Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Can we put some NCS trap stuff? Let's see. Updated 7 days ago. That means that there are new tracks over here that we don't know about. Can work with this. Nah, ads, please stop. We don't need ads. There we go. Honestly, don't understand why it's not loading well. Is my RAM in check? My RAM has to be in check. What's my memory like? What's my CPU power like? We can't be at 100%. That's impossible. Yeah, that's what I thought. Because OBS itself should be taking like 40% because it's rendering via the CPU. Great. It's actually incredible how we're hitting 100%. Let's see if we can. There's a download I want to run. Let's see if it will run. Okay, I think we're ready. I thought. my camera is not even on. Okay, was good, ladies and gentlemen, dudes and dudettes of all kinds, of all natures. As you can see, my CPU is running hot. No, not nonso, please, not now, please. Oh, okay. Better. Is it recording at the same time? What the hell is going on? OBS. Fam, OBS is crazy. It's crazy lag. So gotta pause the broadcast. God damn. Okay, what's our video? Video is 1920 by 1080, 60 FPS. Bitrate is good. 41% skipped frames. This is insane. So do you mean how much of my CPU is being used? Oh wait, I think I set the settings at like what, very fast? Yeah, very fast is what I set it as. I don't think it should change. I don't think it should change. I think that's the way it should be. Okay, I need to figure out what this that's using my CPU like crazy. Because it's not like I have everything. Like, look at that, 91%. It doesn't. Yeah. Chrome is gone. Chrome is gone. Let's see. Oh, that's it. Encoding the audio as well takes a lot of PC stuff. Interesting. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, what's good? It's your boy KingStevenNOS. What am I saying? This is Tech Chess, right? What's good, ladies and gentlemen? This is Tech Chess, and I'm your host, Steve Nyanumba, and today we are going to be doing something special. So, I've been doing this ERP for quite some time. Um, well, rather, I've been coding it from scratch, right? And I need some online input, really. I don't think I can do this by myself, although I am bold enough to say that I'm going to continuously try. So this is generally how it looks. Maybe if I just reduce the DSLR out of the picture, this is how it looks. So what I plan on doing is I plan on having so many different things that are going to be in this system, but the main items that are going to be here are stock taking, purchases, and sales, and that's it. Like that's just, it's pretty much logistics. So it's going to be sales and distro, suppliers, clients, etc, etc. So that's what we're going to be having here at, let's see, we're going to have, I didn't even create anything for suppliers. Interesting. I'm an idiot. Yeah, so we're building this using Laravel, Livewire, Laravel 9 and Livewire through the Jetstream package. And yeah, generally, this is how we're going to go ahead with every single piece of our code. Yeah, I am so like, it's a bit taxing, at least. At the very least, it's a pretty much taxing, but I love it. I love it a lot. So I'm gonna share this with many people so that I can get live input. But I mainly aim for this to be done just straight encoding, and then I just, like, people can access this video and see, okay, what is it that is being entailed inside this entire package or entire project. So I don't think I'm gonna start again. Let's just begin there. I don't think I'm going to start again. I think the best way to go forward is to go ahead and just get straight into the coding. So this is for advanced people, so people who are in the advanced game. If you're not an advanced coder, then I will not advise that you jump into this. But all in all, if you are looking forward to, just grasping a few things here and there and see how code can be made simple, then just jump in and we can be good friends in that aspect. So that being said, and that's the bit of housekeeping that I'm going to be doing here. Let's just move on. So this is for aspiring web developers and web engineers. I'm also an aspiring web developer and web engineer, so I mean we're just doing things in accordance to how we see things being done, and if we're wrong, we're wrong. If we're okay, let's move on. Sorry, so I'm just sharing this stuff. Let's put some music. Let's put something to play in the background. I think I have SoundCloud. I usually use SoundCloud because there's no ads, there's no pre-roll, and it has all my playlists. But I don't have SoundCloud on this machine. It sucks. I have Spotify though. But I hate the ads on Spotify. Spotify just puts me on the edge. I'll just put it on this side. So I think I'll just play some chill stuff. That should be okay. That should be okay. Great. We can carry on. We can carry on. Right. So let's see. So this over here does a little bit of. Actually, let's just go back to the. Hope the videos will be available after the stream. Thank you for what you do. Thank you so much for joining, Olatunji. Yeah, the video will be available for stream. Great. So there's a lot I've already done with this project. Some Livewire packages there's some Livewire components that I've already added, and I will go over a video really that allows me to, or actually, I feel like this should be started again because there's so many different things that have been incorporated here, and I feel like they're a bit taxing for the normal guy to just catch up, because as you can see, all of these already have their own links. It's just me putting in or integrating them. So I think I'll start from scratch and show you how this will go about. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go to I'm using the Laravel client. Many people usually frown upon using the Laravel client, but it's so easy to use. I'll explain why. Actually, if I come in here and then go to the root folder, I think I'll open the root folder on my other screen. So here it is. This is what I will do. So this, I'm going to the ERP I'm creating is for stocks generally. So if I come in here, go to new, actually, let me just open this in terminal. I'm not going to open it in a new folder. So I'll go open the terminal, and then I will begin, I'll begin what? So Laravel. So I'm using Laravel, of course. And then I'll say new, I'll call this one stocks planner. And then I'll do space -- jet. It will give me a Jetstream option. I will go with Livewire, like I said. Will my application use Teams? No, never use Teams. If you want to create Teams, I believe it's better hard coding your own Teams stuff. Yeah. So let it just begin downloading the thing. In the meantime, I serve some coffee. Coffee is important for those guys who are actually going to sit in the computer for 8 to 9 hours. I myself am aiming to pull this particular project off in right about 7 hours. So 7 hours from now, that will be until 11 p.m. So from 4:22 p.m. to 11 p.m. I hope that will be enough time to actually cover a substantial amount of this project. But I believe it is. If I'm just like legit just going in, I think I'll be able to cover all the basics of Livewire from the very beginning, and how to actually go to a certain level of intermediate to advanced. Let's say advanced, because there's so many different things that you can incorporate into a Laravel project. Things like mail and notifications, like broadcasting and WebSockets and webhooks. I mean, all those things we'll go over in this. Which coffee do I drink? Extra Speaks, thank you for joining. Which coffee do I drink? Nescafe. Nescafe Classic is my moderate go-to, but Nescafe Gold just takes the hit. It hits you proper. Just taking 1 cup will keep you awake for quite some time and keep you focused. The Classic, I think it's just it's mild, but it's not that strong. So taking like 1-2 cups is, I'd say it's healthy. You go beyond 2 cups, you're done. You're done. For me, it's the sugar as well. The sugar is also really, really good. Like if you add a substantial amount of sugar, then you're good. But there are other brands of coffee like Jacobs. Jacobs is also really, really strong and also very healthy. I think they use the Arabica coffee on Jacobs. It's really, really strong. So as the Laravel project goes on in installing, let's actually draw up some plans. Let's actually take some notes down. So what's going to be entailed in a stocks management application, especially when it comes to supplies and purchases? I'm gonna take some notes here. All right, so what? I wish I had a better way of doing stuff with all these tools that I have in front of me. But I'll eventually upgrade everything. My setup video is going to come out on my main channel soon, so be wary of that. So the stocks application, this one. So we're just going to list down the modules themselves. So when we come down to the administrators module, actually let's call it that. What? Let's put a shift admin module. We'll put in a clients module. I'll put in a suppliers module. And then we'll put in what? Accounts? Can we put in accounts really? Because clients module, that's CRM. Suppliers module, that is just SAP really. And then there's admin module together with the accounts. That's the entirety of the ERP. Then where are we going to put the HRP? So that's human resource. And then stocks, or rather inventory. Right? Great. So that's how we're going to go about this. So now underneath the admins module, which is what we're going to be coding out first, it's going to have every single bit of this, every single thing that's entailed here in this project. So we're going to have, like, let's say for example, client management. So we'll just call it a mini CRM. We'll have HRM. We'll have we'll have premises. We'll have inventory as well. So that's assets, stocks, liabilities, credits, purchases, and all that stuff. So that's in accounts. So inventory and accounts have to coincide with one another. or rather talk to one another. Then we're going to have the admin management. Then we're going to have contacts, marketing, and etc. So these main components over here, these ones for administrators, management, accounts, inventory, premises, HRM, and CRM. This is the whole application generally. And then all these are just extra, they are miscellaneous items. Then the clients module will just link it to the CRM. Suppliers module will link it to the HRM. Or suppliers module, we actually link it to inventory and create a whole module separate from that. And then we come into the administrators management module, which is also a part of human resource as well as HRM. So then coming to the contacts and marketing, all these are just under also CRM, but a minute module underneath those. So let me just close this. Not just this. I'll use this as a point of reference later on. As this kind of finishes, I will actually. I felt like I wanted to model this out of a particular application that we know of, like say for example Microsoft Navision or even the Zoho CRM. But then you see now the limited features on the Zoho CRM will enable us, or will prompt us to continue buying more packages with Zoho. And then also Microsoft Navision is a bit too complex. In that there's a huge learning curve that is required with it. So why not just create something simpler, modeled from the same, but it does everything in the back specific to the particular system? And that's why we're doing this. And that's why I think many people will want to learn how to do this as well. But the systems, I promise you, and I shit you not, these systems are big. They're big. They have to be big. Like, by the time someone creates an Uber application, it's not just simply ordering a ride and then pressing on the location. It just automatically tracks, automatically sends data. You have to be ready for that data to be punched in. Uber has its own backside, its own ERP standards, and they operate on that kind of basis. Same thing goes for applications like Bolt, applications like what else? WhatsApp even. Let's even use something as simple as WhatsApp. Everybody has an account with WhatsApp using their phone numbers or whatnot. And then like everything on the back side of things manages every single user that is going to be accessing messages that they're going to be receiving. So there's a whole network, there's a whole net play being controlled by one central area. And that's what we want to create first before we move on to these other modules. So that's why we want to do this admin first. So this is the first thing that we'll be doing. And then afterwards we'll move on to the maybe clients, the suppliers, maybe human resource and all those things, which will create separate applications for using Vue.js. And I think this is going to be the main application itself. And then the clients module is going to be a separate application using Vue.js. And it will also prompt us to have external applications being created using the APIs being created for these admin modules. So the clients module is going to be in Vue.js, but also on top of that, we can also create a mobile application using Flutter or using React Native, depending on how you want to go about it, depending on your specializations in front-end development. You can use React Native, you can use Flutter, you can even use Android if you want. It will all still connect very well. All right, so our application is ready. We're told to build something amazing. This is where we begin. So I'll just say code stocks planner. Is it called stocks planner? What did we call it? We called it, yeah, stocks planner. So we're just going to say code stocks planner. And we're going to exit the terminal. Just like that. So the stocks planner file is over here. And I opened Laravel over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reload Apache. and it's going to detect a new project. It's going to ask me for permissions to accept this project, and yeah, all is ready. So Apache has been reloaded. I am going to minimize this. Actually, I'm going to close this. Don't know why my mouse is malfunctioning today. I'm not sure what is up. Maybe it needs a new battery. Oh no, the battery was out of place. Yeah, battery was out of place. Interesting. All right, so now I can close this as well. No, but I need to create a database, and the database by default that's usually created by using a certain name on the Laravel application is found here in the .env, and it's also going to be called stocks planner. So inside Laragon, we have a database management system called HideSQL, which is in MySQL. It's a really nice. Okay, I'll create new database, and then I'll call it stocks planner. Many people will think that this collision doesn't really matter. It actually does matter to some extent. If there's a certain collision that if your DB supports, or if your coding supports, it will support all the databases. And in this situation, it's this one, UTF-MB4, the Swedish CI. Or you can use any other UTF-MB4, but this one, once your database can go in here, it can go into any other database. So that's why I use that. And just like that, I'm ready to even do migrations. So my migration command will be pa migrate. So for those guys who have never seen this command, pa migrate, you don't have that command. What I actually did in this situation, if I could open another terminal. So I'll come in here and open my root folder for all the VS Code plugins and everything, all plugins generally of the system. I'll just do cd, and then I'll do the curly hyphen. And then I'll go and start .bash rc. And it will open bash rc over here. So this is where I write my commands in alias format, and then it will categorize. So my PA command is PHP artisan by default, and then PA MFS is PA migrate fresh seed. So which means PHP artisan migrate fresh seed. And then sail is for if you're using Docker, sail is something else that's going to be incorporated into your system if you're using Docker in Laravel. And there's a whole package for Laravel using Docker on the documentation, and it's called sail. So I just created an alias for accessing that terminal file, which by default will be found in the vendor bin, and then you'll find it in here, sail.bat. So yeah, that's it's a lot of stuff. It's actually not sail.bat, but it's sail, just sail, this one, which has a lot of commands that run the Docker files and everything, so that you can just do general virtualization, test your server before you actually host it and stuff like that, which is really nice. It's a really nice tool. I recommend it 100%. Okay, so I'm just going to exit this terminal. Now, coming back to this terminal, I've already migrated some I've already migrated the tables, the default tables that are there, into the database I created. If I were to open the browser, and I'll show you. So I'll just come in here and do stocks planner.test, and for sure it will open my stocks planner, my default Laravel application. That's the power of Laragon. That is the beauty of using Laragon. Definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. Okay, so now let's go into the real stuff. Just checking the chats, extra speaks. I'll be creating a calorie counter web app for my final project. Node.php calorie counter. Sometimes I usually feel that the calorie counters, or rather any counters that would be, it's not a bulky application. I personally would have gone for Node.js, but PHP is also really fine. Really, it doesn't matter which structure or language that you create your stuff with. What matters is, can it work? Really, at the end of the day, have you solved the problem? Because right here, I'm going to show you guys how I work around using both JavaScript and PHP together. Especially with the Livewire package, it's really flexible. Even Inertia uses Vue.js and connects Vue through Inertia to the web routes in the routes folder, so that you don't have to create the Vue router and all those things. That's the beauty about using Inertia.js, and then it still works like an SPA, a single page application. So it's it doesn't really matter which language, as long as you know the language that you're going to use, or you know the architectures that you're going to use, you know the core concepts that you're going to incorporate and how they're going to be incorporated with that particular language, and then you'll be fine. Let's say, for example, you want to incorporate WebSockets. The best WebSocket method to use when you're dealing with Node.js is socket.io. And that package is so powerful to the extent that if it crosses over just like this, if someone does something on your application, you'll be able to tell in real time that this somebody has either inserted, has created something just through the notification system. And it's powerful. It's really powerful. Okay, so some of my files are pretty much indexing. I like to put my routes like this, and it really benefits me a lot. So now I'm going to come in here inside my my resources, views, layouts, app. This is where everything runs, inclusive of, like, let's say, for example, if I was to come in here and register. And by then I'm going to disable registration for this application. And some people might wonder, how do you disable registration? Well, with Jetstream, it's very easy. You just have to comment out one line, and I'll show you which line. So I'm just going to put a password over here. And yeah, that's it. So I've registered and I already have now an account. I don't want to save this because this is not going to be my default UI. My default UI is going to be using Bootstrap. By default, when you install a Jetstream application or any other starting package for Laravel, it comes in with Tailwind CSS. I don't think it will show here, but it uses Tailwind CSS. If I was to come back to the home page, maybe I'll check the home page. Let's see. So homepage shows us that we are using, okay, there's Alpine.js, of course, definitely Alpine has to be there. Yeah, it's not showing the Tailwind bit of it. So there's so many features that come with the Jetstream. There's a profile page that comes in where you can change the name that you have. Let's see, let it just log in. So I can change my name to just that. I save it. It will save like so. And then I can change my password. So I'll put in my current password, the new password, and then I confirm that new password. There's two-factor authentication, which in this latest Laravel, it's usually so hard to pin down this particular item. So check this out. What happens is now to enable this two-factor authentication, what I need to do is I need to come in here, put my authenticator app on, and then I'll come in here and say scan a QR code, right? I've scanned it already, and then I'll say maybe replace, right? Because I already had something prior to that. Now I have the codes and all that stuff. So what I can do is I key in my code at this moment for this particular application, which will be 612304, and I confirm. Once I confirm, then my two-factor authentication is enabled. Now, once I come in here and log out, I'll try and log back in, with that account. So, and as you'll see, I'll be asked, please confirm access to your account by entering the authentication code provided by your authenticator app. So this authentication, this two-factor authentication was not working for quite some time, but now it is, and it works. So I've keyed in my new code and it's working, and it's perfect. Everything is working quite fine. I'll come into my profile. I can even disable the two-factor authentication if I want to. And then there's some recovery codes, and there's everything, right? There's this spot for deletion of accounts. I strongly advise to disable also this particular function of deleting an account. For the sole purpose of, if you want to get into an ERP, and then you want to create like a database warehouse, there's no way you're going to start deleting accounts. The data that's supposed to be there, maybe you put the account on hold or suspension, or just deactivate it. It's better to deactivate an account than to delete it, because maybe the source of the information, especially in ERPs and in social platforms and stuff like that, they're very vital, because they can hold weight in like, let's say for example in law. You can hold this data as evidence for certain stuff. So yeah, let's go on and pull this off, right? So I'm going to, so like I said, I was going to disable deletion of accounts, and I'm going to disable registration, such that the administrator that's already in the system can register this particular user. So how am I going to actually have this user first in the system? Well, there's a few things that you can do, especially when you're dealing with an ERP like this one, with a project like this one, or rather the languages and the frameworks. So I can come in here into database and migrations, and then I can come in here and say, okay, what I want to do is, first of all, I want to create a user by default. And I'll come in here and say, okay, DB is a package that is in Laravel that allows us to manipulate the database. I'll come in here and say DB, what else? So I'll say DB table, insert, or rather table users. And then I'll come in here and call a function called insert. And then the insert function. Now there's some few things I want to change over here. Instead of using name, I want to use first name and last name. So I'll just come in here and duplicate this. I'll use first name, and then I'll use last name. And then inside the insert functions, I'll come in here and say first name is like this. Let's say first name will be, or rather, let's say super admin, right? Ooh, there's more actually, because we also need to separate concerns when it comes to users and the kinds of data that they entail. So there's a lot of things that we're going to be doing right now, especially when it comes to creation of roles. So I'm just going to do a few commands over here. Now this is where we get to the advanced part, and I need, if you guys are already in the advanced area, this is where you now tune in your minds to keep up. Take in some coffee, sit back and relax, and watch the sprint. First thing we're going to do is go PA make model, and then we're going to call it role -m. This will create a roles model and a role model and migration called roles, create roles table. In the models, we're going to come in here, go to HTTP, no, not HTTP, but models, role. What is going to happen is there's going to be a relationship between the role and the users. So a user, or roles, are going to have many users. So I'm going to call this function, and if my RAM could cooperate and load these things much faster, I'm going to call this function users. And then inside this users function, I can see Daniel Nzetu, welcome to the stream. I don't understand what you said here, Dark Ma. Well, I don't understand, but welcome to the stream regardless. I'm going to return this. So I'm going to return this has many, or yeah, has many, and I'm going to call the users class. So user class, which is a model, so I don't have to import it using this namespaces and all that stuff. This has many user class, and then create role. I'm going to go to the users side of things. Over here, this is where things get interesting. There's so many functions I'm going to add on the users model. So the first function over here is going to be because I created the first name and the last name columns, I'm going to create a get name attribute, and this will return this first name, and then I'll concatenate it with a space, and then I'll concatenate that also with this last name. That's easy, which is okay. Then I'm going to come in here into the protected appends. There we go. And then I'm going to come in here and add name. That's it. So over here in the protected fillable, instead of having name, we're going to have first name and last name. Now there's so many changes that need to be made once we added this first name, that first name and last name aspect. I'm going to come in here into actions. Actions. I'm going to go to Fortify, create new user. So there's new things that have been added over here. So there's this create part of things, and then there's this. So I'm going to come in here and duplicate this line, but then I'm over here, I'm going to change this to first name and this to last name. Then I'm going to come in here and also duplicate this. I'm going to come in here and change this to first name, last name, or rather, let's do this. First name, and then last. Let's go name, just like that. And you need to keep up with the shortcuts as well, so that you can be able to know what it is that you're doing. I swear, this mouse is really bugging me, if I'm being honest. I don't understand why it's misbehaving. Maybe it's differences in stuff. I'm just going to use the USB 3.0 port for now. There we go. Should be better. Yeah, should be better now. Okay, so yeah, all this is it's misbehaving again. I think I need new batteries. Yeah, I think it's batteries, because it keeps on going on and off, and I'm tired of it. Be right back. Got replacements. Hopefully now this mouse will give me joy. Great. Ah, excellent. Nice. All right. So that's one thing that we need to change whenever we're doing something like that. So now we come to the password validation rules. Okay. Now when you come to reset user password, it's only going to use the password, so that's okay. Update user information. Now this is where things get a bit tricky, especially when it's the password bit of things. And then profile information. Now this is where things need to change. So this needs to change again. So what I'll just do is I'll come in here to create new user, copy this and replace what was there before. Like say for example this one for name, paste it there. And then when I come into this force field over here, I'll come back to create new user again, copy this, and then come in here and replace it over here, just like that. And yeah, so just to look at how it was before and now how it is after. And yeah, that's how it is, that's how it should be. That's how when you add new columns on the users table, that's how it should be. Another column that I want to add here is the role ID, which is a foreign ID coming in from the roles table. So this is the convention of naming it so that it can actually automatically go to the roles table so that you can get this, which is quite fine, dandy. And it's not nullable, so this has to be there. So first name is super admin, then the last name is, or rather let's say the superior admin, right? You can even make last name nullable if we're being honest. Last name, you can say administrator. Then we have the email. The email will be info@stocksplanner.com. The password. Now this is where you need to be very vigilant. Password is always stored as hashed. It needs to be hashed. So I need to go and call in a function, or rather a package called hash. And I'll press enter on this one, which will import this illuminate support facades hash. And then I'll come in here and call a command called make, which is a function that takes in whatever value in a string format and converts it into I think it's MB4 or something like that. I'm not sure. Or SHA-256. I think it's, I don't know. I'm not sure. What is it? Is it make? I'll look it up later on. But what I want to put in here, since I'm putting in a string, I want to put in an env value, and the env value will be called default password. So I'll do default underscore password. So now once I create this, that's when it will be used. And now I'll go into my .env. I'll come in here and create a whole new section over here called additional. And then I'll come in here and create my default password, and I'll call a string from 1 till 0, which will be fine. And then what's next is I'll add this same credentials over here into my .env.example, like so. The reason why I'm doing it in my .env.example is because this is what's going to be pushed to Git, and this is not going to be pushed to Git. This is like the default env file that's going to be there. So once I have the password, now the next thing I want to put in is the role ID, which doesn't make sense for me to put a role ID if I don't have the roles themselves and knowing their IDs. So this particular item over here is going to be created only after the roles table is already been imported. Great. So I hope that is clear to most of the people who are going to be asking questions later on. If you catch this video later on, Just drop the question in the comment sections and I'll be able to create videos explaining why I am using certain methods in here. Inside my roles table, I'm going to come in here and create a column called title, and it's going to be a string column. And it's not nullable, it has to be present. Now, in terms of the roles, I'm going to call this db package again. And then I'm going to call the table roles. And then I'm going to insert a few roles inside here. So I'm going to call the insert function. And the insert function will take in an array of arrays, which is like an associative array over here. And over here, I'm just going to put in title. And then I'll put in, like, let's say, for example, super administrator. And then the next one is just going to be normal administrator. Right, the word is already there. Then the next one we're going to put, because it's just a users table really, and all the users are going to be incorporated here, we'll also put in client. We'll also put in supplier. And then we're going to put in here the next one, which is employee. And then we're going to further subcategorize employee using permissions, which is fine. But I'll keep it like this for now. And I know for sure that there's going to be IDs. They're going to add this in the tables in order. But what I'd want, the most crucial one, is this one, which I want it to be 1. So in any case, I'll just add this one to be 2. This one should be 3. Should be 4. This one should be 5. And that should be it. Great. So now we know all the roles and the IDs of every single role. So what we're going to do is inside create users, we're going to come in here, first name superior, last name administrator, email is there, so info@stocksplanner.com. Password is here. We can even do stocksplanner.test, but stocksplanner.com sounds a bit fair. Depending on the domain, I'll come back here and change it depending on the domain I host it on. And of course, that will be the default user. Password, default password, we can change it to whatever it is that we want to. And then role ID, we'll come in here and put 1 because this is the super admin. Now, I'm going to come in here and take all this, cut it, and put it after the roles table has been populated, which makes it fair for us to put it there. So I'll come in here, just import this package for now, and that's it. That being done, I'm just going to do PAMFS, which is PHP artisan migrate fresh seed, and it's going to run everything, just migrate fresh and seed. The next thing I said I was going to do is disable registration. So what I'm going to do here in this situation, now once we come back to our application, let's go back to our application. It will prompt us to log in. And as you can see, we have register and login. But if I disable registration, this register button will go. And I said disabling registration is just but a button. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go to my config, and then I'm going to go to Fortify. Fortify handles all the authentication guards and everything. If I go to the very end, I'll come and see features. Features, there's one over here called registration. Just comment that out if you want things to be smooth. So now I'm going to come in here and refresh this, and boom, there's no more registration. And if I come in here and do the route for register, well, guess what? There's nothing. 44 not found. Great. So registration has been disabled. I didn't mean to do that. And login is the only thing that we can do. Now that we've migrated that database, I can come in here and do info@planner.com. Password will be the default password we put in the .env, which was 1 till 0. So it's saying the credentials do not match our records. Not planner, but stocks planner. So the password should be that. And yeah, there we go. So period administrator has gone back to the profile and everything is working well. So we're going to save that for now. We can even change the password if we want, and in the same light as well. Great. So we have everything ready. So let's just start changing our UI from Jetstream's default, which is Tailwind, to using Bootstrap. And Bootstrap version 5 has a lot of templates and themes and all that stuff, and that is why I want us to use Bootstrap. So first of all, I'll just come in here and say git init so that we can follow along, and then we do git add all. I need to always push these things to GitHub. Git commit -m. Let me put my message. My message will be the start. Just random text really. And then yeah, that's it. So I think I'll be pushing this to a repo. I'm not sure. I'm not sure really if I want to actually make money off of this or push it to the repo so that you guys can access it on open source. I'll think about it, because really it's a very, very, very huge project, very, very big. But maybe I'll push it and then just leave a coffee buy me link or paypal.me link or something like that, for if you guys feel like you value it as much as you would. But yeah, I mean, the whole point of me learning how to code was to make money, to be honest. But I also don't like it when people are usually stuck. So there is my project. Here it is. I'm giving it to you. I think I'll give it to you. Yeah, I'll give it open source. I'll do it. I will do it, definitely. Great. So now that we are here, now we are where we are. Now that we're where we are right now, we've already pushed everything to our local repository. We've not put it on remote yet. What I want to do now is call a package called, so I'm going to do composer require, and the package is called Jetstream. So it's from a person, I think Nascent. I think it's a person or an organization, Nascent Africa. Stroke Jetstream. I'm just going to require that package for now. This package allows us to change from Tailwind to Bootstrap, depending on regardless of whichever package that you're using. You just need to put in what package you're using. I myself am using Livewire, so that's how it goes. It's generating the autoload files, and we are ready to go. Now, once it does that, we're going to just do PA Jetstream swap, and we're using Livewire. So now once it does that, there's so many files are going to be modified. As you can see, there's the webpack config, webpack mix. Then inside my resources, I have SAS instead of CSS now. And all I just need to do is npm install so that mix runs. And then I'm going to do npm run dev. So just going to let it run. There's some new packages are going to be also be required. So it's going to ask me to run mix again, that's for sure. And we're using Bootstrap version 5, by the way. So this is very important. I'm just going to do npm run dev again. Great. So there's always this warning that comes in after the compilation and all that stuff, but it's compiled successfully. Now, that being done, I'm just going to close this and then take you through something that's happened over here. So watch how the UI looks right now. Like, just soak it in, take a look at it, look at the links, look at everything, whatnot. If I come in here and do Control F5, it's going to refresh and delete the cache, and it's going to come back like this. So this now, as it stands, is Bootstrap. So whatever you saw before, that was Tailwind. Now after the refresh, this is Bootstrap. Even after I come in here and do this, I go to Profile. As you can see, so many things have changed already. Yeah. Just like that. Oh, there's more actually, but there's lots more now that we need to change with the UI. And it's good actually we did the Bootstrap change first before we converted it while it was still in Tailwind form. So we can come back to Profile and you can see name is here, and then it has a save button. But the truth of the matter is, when you're updating the user profile information, it needs the first name and the last name. So that's what we're going to change over here. We're going to go to resources, views, layouts, not even layouts. We're going to go to auth, or rather not even auth. We're going to go to profile, then update profile information, and then where we have our, okay, we're not going to use profile photo URL just yet. We'll come back here and look for where there is name. Yeah, like over here, this is name. So I'm going to put a space there. This is going to be first name. This is going to be last name. Now inside here, this is where we're going to change some stuff. Label for first name. So I'm just going to come in here, copy this, put it in place of this, and then over here state first name, and then first name here. Then for value I'm just going to put first name, like so, and then over here I'm just going to do the same thing, right? Actually it will be better if I'd come in here and did a copy like that, and then after doing that, I will come in here and actually control this like so. So I'll come in here and replace it with last, and then I'll check this to enable the keeping of the case. So I'll come in here, press C for this first one. So the first changes to last. So that is it. That's all we're going to do. I'll save that. Come in here, refresh, everything goes back to the way it was. So you can see first name superior, last name administrator. So I'll say superior administrator 1. If I come and hit save, saved, and you can see it's changed also over here, which is good. So I'll come in here and delete, hit save again, and it'll be hit saved, and that's it. So everything is going smoothly, perfectly, and we can now move on to the new code. I believe now we can move on to the new code. So the first thing I want to do is I want to do an install. So git add all, git commit -n installed Bootstrap v5, and then that's it. I just save it in the local repository, and that's it. Great. So we're good to go on the aspect of everything. There's another configuration I want to add over here, and that's in Jetstream. So in Jetstream, there's some more features that you can add over here. So there's API, there's teams you can enable when you want to use teams, profile photos, and terms and privacy policies. I'm not going to use the terms and privacy policies because I'm not going to go and sell this system just yet. I'm just going to use it for personal use first before I do the terms and privacy policy. So the features and profile photos is what I'm going to enable for now, so that we can see what happens. So I've enabled it, and I'm going to refresh here, And we can see super administrator's profile photo is SA over here. If I come in here and select a photo, the photo I'm going to select at this particular time is, let's see, I'm going to look through pictures. Maybe a camera roll. Maybe I'll go to ID, pictures, maybe use this one. I'm not sure if this one works, but this one is 2 MB. The photo that will be accepted here is 1 MB or less. This one, maybe this one. That's perfect. And then I'll hit save and it saves it. So you can see it's replaced here just as much as it's replaced here. I can remove the photo and then it replaces it over there, which is fine, which is perfect. Now let's move on further and I'll show you what theme we'll be installing into this system. So we're going to go to themeforest.net, which is a place where you can get premium themes or premium HTML codes, snippets that enable you or give you access to very nice UI and all those different things. I can come in here into admin templates and look for admin templates, really, because that's what the apps usually are just built centered on. You can find that some of these I'm using this. I'm going to use this this one, Viho, which I think has a new update. I'm not so sure. It's only going to be $8 for those guys who want to check it out. There's a documentation. It's a very beautiful documentation, and then this is how it looks generally. Great. All right, so I'm going to come in here into the demo section of things and look at it in React, maybe. So maybe the default layout in React. So you can download the React package, you can download the Laravel package, you can just download the HTML package of it all. I prefer taking the HTML package of it with it because it's so much better. So the React package uses Firebase as the storage. So it's going to load, and then you can see everything is well placed for us to use. So there's graphs, there's widgets, and all those different kinds of things. I'm going to come in here and hit general. As you can see, the page did not refresh. I'm going to hit chart. The page has not refreshed either. There. I'm going to hit widget, chart, page layout. I'm going to put footer light, footer dark, which is here, footer fixed. I don't know why it's not doing those changes. Buttons, default style, here, there. Flat style, edge, raised style, button group. Yeah, they're all here. All these different UI, even the email applications. You can have a mailbox in here, inbox, all mail, sent. There's this read mail particular. There's so many different things, so many UIs you can just add over here. There's this one for the CK editor. I don't know which editor this one is using, but you can write emails on a CK editor and it will just do its thing. You can drop files for attachments and stuff like that. So you can create an email application really based off of using the mail functionalities of Laravel as well. You can come into file manager. File managers are really easy to build, especially when you know how to read files using PHP and using FFmpeg, which is it's a really nice way of dealing with stuff. So you can see all these are just UI. There's no functionality to deal with over here. Even when I hit this, there's nothing. You can see I can click these 3 dots and there's nothing popping up. I can click add new and there's nothing popping up. Even if I add this, you can see there's nothing popping up whatsoever. After I've added it, that's all. That's all. Like, it's not adding it straight onto these files. Can come to gallery, look at the gallery grid, and all these are already available in our HTML. So I don't know why it's not loading. Yeah, I think for React will take time to load. You can come in here and to UI kits, the popovers, and all that stuff. And yeah, I can even log out and come back to where I sign in with Firebase or sign in with Google, or whatever. And it's all using Firebase, JWTs, and all that stuff. Right. So I already have the React app for the client side with this, like just by downloading this. And beauty about using these templates and all that stuff, it's fully customizable, and and the license allows you to use it for personal projects, definitely. But you can't use it for client projects, and you can easily get properly sued if you're going to use it for client projects. I think. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. But I don't know how these guys have placed their licenses, but it's definitely a good thing. Another thing I'll mention is for those guys who are getting into development, if you're developing UI, this is the best way to make cash with the new UI that you constantly build. You can continuously sell them on Team Forest for prices even below $15, definitely. But then at the end of the day, look at how many sales that this guy has gotten just out of creating this UI and updating it from time to time. He's gotten 1590 sales at $8 per sale. So that will be, let's say they take half of his sales and he earns like say $4. If it's 4 times 1590, he's made $6,000 out of all this, which is not bad. It's not too shabby, especially because this UI was developed when was this UI developed? The first publishing was the 1st of September 2021. So between 1st of September 2021 and 1st of June 2022, that's how many months? That's 10, 11, 12 plus 6. That will be 2 plus 6, that's 8 months. In 8 months, he's earned 600,000 Kenyan shillings, which is a lot of money still. Especially if he's developing more than one UI and they're all getting all that stuff, all those downloads, then he's probably multiplying that 600,000 by maybe 2, 3, 4, which is really cool, which is really, really cool. And he's getting really high ratings as well. I have to give him a high rating, definitely, because his UIs are excellent. So I'm just going to extract this to where I need to extract them. Then upon extracting them, I'll go to the downloads folder where I extracted them and open. I'll have to extract the HTML as well, like so. So it's going to take long because there are many files, but once you get to a certain page, a certain position where it's just the images that are being extracted, it becomes a lot faster, like so. It goes to the small files as well now, because there's so many. So that extraction will take 2 minutes to run. So this is what I'm going to do. As this is extracting, I'll go back to the code and show you guys what is going to happen over here. Great. So I'll come back to this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a sidebar. Oh, it's misbehaving again. Is it that it's being blocked by a signal or something? I don't know. Maybe it's the battery positioning and stuff. Yeah, again. But I like this mouse, it being wireless and all. It looks like I'll have to use a wired one now. I would hate to use a wired one, but I have to. We'll be back. Didn't have to think that this comes down to that. But it is what it is. Oh, it's flashing because battery is low. Okay. Well, because my battery is low, can't take any chances right now. Let's use the wired. I don't like this mouse though because the right click is a bit suspect sometimes. Great. Okay. Okay, but not even the right click, but this button here, the central scroll wheel, is usually just a bit sus as well. I don't understand why it's not working, this button, but I don't use it that much. But let's go. I think it's comfortable enough to allow me to run everything, and it's fast enough as well, which is good. The DPI is not bad. Okay, let's carry on. Need some of that music that you guys are listening to over me. Great. So how do we move on from here? I'm going to go to the Microsoft store for a while and buy some what do you call this? A whiteboard. Yeah, here we go. Microsoft whiteboard. I'll use this for just the demonstrations of everything, and then from there we move. So how does it look in HTML, by the way? Let's actually look at it in HTML. As it continues extracting. Maybe it's already finished extracting. Yeah, it's already finished extracting. So anyway, we can just open it over here. So I'll go to theme, and then I'll go to the main homepage, which is usually index.html. I'll open it on Edge this time. I don't know if my frames will start dropping. Yeah, my frames will start dropping, definitely. Because, where's my task manager? I need this thing to give me analysis on how my stream does with the system interrupts and all that stuff. Okay, I'll open Edge again. We see what happens. Yeah, there we go. It's running hot. It's running max. Frames are dropping again. There we go. But then this is how it looks. And then the login pages that we're going to incorporate are over here. Let's see. Let's see. Oh no, this is the social app. Never mind that. This is error page, authentication. Oh, there's authentication. You can see that. Then there's login with the background image. This is what we're going to be using. So yeah, let me just close Edge now. This is a bit taxing on the system now. I'm going to come in here and just take the sidebar. I'm going to open this with Visual Studio Code and just leave it like this first. So this is what we're going to be importing inside our app.blade.php, the layouts. area, and then wherever the body goes on after the sidebar and the header, then we use that, or we incorporate it to accept the body of whichever page there is. Of course, the loader has to be there, a page wrapper has to be there, and all that stuff. I've incorporated this UI into something else before, and I'm just going to import it from other places. So like this stocks planner, I'm going to import whatever it is I did with, I think it was with my personal one, or my personal site. Could be this one. Yeah, it's this one. So what we're going to do is I'm going to come into resources, views, and I'm going to go to layouts, and I created a folder over here called partial admin. So partial admin, then there's CSS, there's JS, and then there's header, and then there's sidebar. What these do is they work as folders that store the different values of the CSS. Like let's say, for example, these are just link tags, and then for JS this is just script tags. Then for sidebar, this is just a sidebar, the sidebar itself, which has the administrative links, which I imported as a component. And here we are with this. So I'm not going to even, let me just do that from scratch so that we can all get along with this. So first things first, inside here in the public, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new folder, and I'm going to call it admin. Now inside admin, this is what I'm going to reveal in the File Explorer. And I'm going to open the empty side of things. Now inside this theme, I'm just going to go back here, and I'm going to go to assets. I'm going to copy everything, and I'm going to go back to admin and paste it here. It's going to take some time as well. Great, so now we have all these here. I'm just going to close this now that everything is incorporated there. I'm going to close this as well. Now that I already have the, no, I'm just going to minimize this one. I have the index.html open already. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go back to my resources, layouts. I'm going to create a partial folder. And then I'm going to create an admin folder. So inside admin, I'm going to create another file. Now the file is going to be called js.blade.php. The next one is going to be css.blade.php. Next is going to be header.blade.php, and the next one is going to be sidebar.blade.php. Great stuff. Now I'm going to come back to the index.html. Inside css.blade.php, I expect to actually bring in all the CSS that is inside here, that is underneath the link tag, just like that. I'm going to do an control as well, like this. Let me just do it again. So control shift, then control shift on this one as well. No, not shift but alt. Should have been alt, control alt. Shift Alt, I'm not sure. Yeah, it's Alt. And that's it. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go to CSS, paste it there, just like that. Great. Now JS. Let's see. With the JS, I'm just going to bring in the script tags over here. So this is all the script tags that are going to be used. Just going to come in here, copy them all, and then paste them in JS. Now, what we're going to do next is, because it's going to be inside public admin, all I'm just going to come in here and do is, wherever there's assets like this, just going to go ahead and replace that with /admin. And I wonder what this is. So it's calling me the telecom line. Okay, please don't let it be that I missed an important call. But this is important as well, because I intended to do this from the very beginning. I'm not going to take calls right now unless it's a very important call. I don't think that one is, because I have not saved that number. Anyway, so admin.js query. This is how we're going to do things. Yeah, just replacing that number like that, replacing these directories like that. Great, so now we can come to the header side of things, and for the header, I'm just going to come in here and refer to the index.html over here. So you can see page header start. I'm going to look for where page header ends. There we go. Then I'm going to copy the entire thing. I'm going to come into header, paste it down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the comment tags for everything. Make sure everything is working smoothly. Perfect. Great. So what I usually do, I usually hit, I think it's Control Shift F. No, it's not. It's Shift Alt F. No, it's Control Alt F. Is it? Control Alt F, Shift Alt F. Yeah, it's Shift Alt. I think it's Shift Alt F. No, Shift Alt F. Yeah, Shift Alt F. So Shift Alt F automatically indents everything to its specific places. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to also replace the assets over here with stroke admin, like that. What else? Now after the header, I'm going to come in here into the sidebar. So page sidebar start is where we're going to begin with. So we're going to look for page sidebar start, and now we're going to look for page sidebar ends. And this one is extremely long. I didn't count on finding it right now. Yeah, it's definitely heavy. page sidebar ends. Here we go. So I'm going to copy this, put it in sidebar.blade.php, save it. First indent it properly, save it, and we have our sidebar. Now, inside our index.html, we can see a few features that are present first. Before the sidebar begins, we have this thing over here called, let's actually go back to where it starts. Before the sidebar starts, we have this page body wrapper sidebar icon, all that stuff. So where this ends, we have a page body. So this page body wrapper is what is important actually for this entire thing. And before the page body wrapper, we had this header. So I had page wrapper. So after page wrapper, we had page main header, and then we had page body wrapper, which are very important components for this app.blade.php. So what we're going to do inside our app.blade.php, there's so many things we're going to maintain first, like say for example our body. So our body class will be dark sidebar. And I'll explain why, or actually it will show up and it will explain itself. I'm not going to put navigation menu for now, and I'm also not going to allow header for now. And then this is main, where the page content goes. I'm going to disable this as well. So now inside here, after the body, when you go to the index.blade.php, after the body we have the loader. So the loader is vital. I think what I'm going to do is just that. I'm going to come in here, put the loader underneath the body. And then after the loader, this is where I will put in my page wrappers. This is the first page wrapper. And this is the classes incorporated. Keep on changing the page. So I'll paste this here, put full stop since they were in the same class. And then inside the page wrappers, we have the page main header and the page body wrapper sidebar icon. So the page main header is what I'm going to start with. And then I'll leave it like this for now. Then I'll come back down to put a class here. And the class I'll put here is page body wrapper sidebar icon. Great. Next thing I will put is let's see, this thing cooks up very nicely. And I'm already tired, so maybe breaks will be taken after another hour. Page body wrapper sidebar icon, that's all that there needs to be taken. So this is where the page body starts. There'll be a header over here. So this header that will be over here, what I'll just do in its stead, I want to do all these things. If I'm being honest, these are all very nonsensical things. What I'll do is I'll come back to the app.blade.php, take the header that I commented out and put it in here, then uncomment it. Boom, we have a header. The next thing is here where the body is supposed to be. So if I come back here and see what it is that was being done, with the body, we can see that the container fluid is what started everything. So over here at page body, under page body wrapper, but page main header is what needed to, okay, so that's fine. Then page body wrapper seems, so this is actually on the sidebar. Yeah, page sidebar start. This is where the sidebar begins. Then page sidebar ends. So I'm wondering, what is it that I missed out on? Page sidebar start, page sidebar ends. But where's the other sidebars? Isn't this it? This is just it. Page sidebar start, page sidebar end. Then I come here near to sidebar.w.php and see what's going on here. Oh, yeah, that's it. Page sidebar start, page sidebar end. So this is okay. So it's just not supposed to be there either. So what I'm going to do here is instead of doing it like this, okay, so page body wrapper, after page body wrapper, that's when we start the sidebar. So if after page body wrapper we're starting the sidebar, then what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to import the sidebar.w.php. So I'm just going to come in here and say include. So include layouts dot partial dot sidebar. Great. Over here on page main header, it's supposed to be the header that's having all the links and all that stuff. So it's not supposed to be what I had put or what I had left there, right? So over here for page main header, this is where I'll import. So I'll say include layouts partial. I think it's layouts partial admin. Then header. So over here I'll also add admin. Great. Let's move faster. I think things are moving better. So this is page body wrapper. Inside page body wrapper for me, let's see, page body wrapper. So this is the header. So page main header, page wrapper, compact wrapper. So this is something that I missed out also on. After the loader wrapper. So that's something I missed out on. Page wrapper, compact wrapper. That is, oh, it's actually there. It's actually there. Let me just replace this together with the ID so that it has also plus the ID. Then page main header. So page wrapper, compact wrapper, then page main header, then where the header, those header stuff. So I'll include the header. Then there's page body wrapper sidebar icon. Then there's this header main nav, which is the sidebar start. So I've already put the sidebar. Then there's a page body class, which is supposed to come after the sidebar. So there's dot page body. And that's it. Now this is where we'll put in our slot variable, which is always occurring within Livewire applications. So this is where it just takes in a mind of its own. Then after the body, I think everything just flows afterwards. So container fluid is already starting, and then this is where it ends. Then the footer, I'm not going to put the footer, and that's it. I think that's everything. So now all we just need to do, if we come back into our application and look at what's going on over here, if I refresh, you can see styles have not been loaded. So what we need to do to load these styles is, first of all, we need to come back to our app.w.php and load our link styles just before the app.css. So I'm just going to come in here and do include, and then I'll say layouts dot partial dot admin dot css, which is good. And then I'm going to do the same for our JS, which is just at the bottom of the page. So I'm going to put them here, and I'll just say JS. Great. So now once I refresh this, it should work. Great. And then you can see the dark sidebar, ladies and gentlemen. That is it. That's the beauty of working around with this. It is fun. It really is fun. Now, coming back to this dark sidebar, the CSS and all that stuff, there's so many things that need to be advocated for. But then first things first, if we were to minus this CSS, this is what will happen. So all the fonts that were there originally will come, and it will all come in Bootstrap. So now what we need to do in this situation is discover what is it that we need to add or incorporate. Maybe this one needs to come last so it overrides whatever is there before, which is what it's done just now. All right. So there's so many things that we need to change. Like let's say, for example, this logout button over here. This logout button over there is going to come when we come to navigation menu. So navigation menu is what has this logout button's functionalities. So I'm going to come in here and say and look for this route logout on click thing. So I'm just going to come in here and copy this entire thing up till there. And then I'm going to come back to my header.blade.php, look for that logout button over here, which is here. So this href is where we're going to replace everything. And then we just do it like that. So it's even better if we did it like this, then yeah, just like that. Then if I did the I maybe here, maybe even this should be like this. Maybe this can be like that. And then the A tag goes down together with the button. And then the button goes down afterwards. Then if I refresh the indent, it will show me something a bit more neat. So that's all. So now this logout button works. So if I come in here, refresh this, click on this logout button, it should work. Maybe we need to do this over here on this button. We remove this, and then we put this on the A tag, this class on the A tag, and then we will be done. Now watch as it works. Oh yeah, so once it does this, it has to actually hit a form. Sorry, gosh, I don't know why I was doing all these different things all at the same time. It actually needs to go to a form. Let me go back to the header and undo the deletion of the button that I just did. And that's it. So now underneath this button, we're going to put a form that is for logging out. And this logout form is over here. And yeah, after that, that's how we do it. So I'm going to refresh. And now if we come here and click on logout, it will work. Now we can log back in and it will work indeed. then we load up back the page. Now I want to change a few things. First things first, I want to change this name back to super administrator. I want to be able to click on it so that it takes me to my profile. I want to click on this to take me to application settings, and to create a button down here for application settings and all that stuff. And then all these links I will get rid of just now. So let's do that in order, of course. So first things first, I want to change the name of whatever it is on that sidebar. So over here where we have email Walter, what I want to do is come in here and say auth user name. And let's see if it will load. As you can see, superior administrator. Over here, I'll put in auth user. Now this is where we're going to test the relationships. User, role, and then title. If this works, then the relationships have worked. Attempt to read property title on null. So which means the relationships have not worked. So what we need to do in this situation is we want to come in here into admin. No, not admin, but inside our app, models, roles. And you can see users. Return this has many user class. Now inside users, I have not created that function called role. So come on. There we go. And then we're going to say role. And then we're going to say return this belongs to. So you can use belongs to or has one, but depending on how the structure is. So belongs to role class. So this is what we're going to do. And then if I refresh this, it works. So you can see superior administrator, super admin, administrator. Now there's this new badge that pops up every now and then, like this badge over here. I can disable that badge, or rather, before I disable that badge, I need to put this down here like that. So now I can disable this badge. This href needs to take me to my user profile, so I need to do route. So the route for showing the profile will be profile show, like so. And that's it. So I'm coming here, refreshing, and then if I come in here, click on this, it will show me my profile like so. Very nice and easy. Great. So now once that's done, we're going to carry on and say that we don't want to see this follow experience and follower and all that stuff. So I'm just going to come in here and comment out this, but in case we find a use for this, we'll put it in. If I want to come into this main nav bar over here and remove all these links and replace them with the UI of with the admin links UI and user links and all those things, and depending on which kind of user that we're dealing with. So yeah, we'll structure this a bit better for now. As for now, of course, we're going to do a lot of routing and a lot of stuff. So we'll leave this default for now. There's still some few things that we need to edit. Like let's say, for example, the image. Why is the image not showing? If I came in here and just did this admin images dashboard1.png, if I came in here and refreshed, it will show me an image, but it's not the image that I uploaded over here. It's not this particular image. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to remove this, and then I'm going to come in here and say auth user profile photo URL. Which is very convenient. And boom, there we go. Oh, wow. Isn't it lovely? Over here, we're going to use this for application settings, but not now. Then there's this that changes to dark mode, light mode, dark mode, light mode. You can see If I change this to dark mode and refresh, it will not stay in dark mode, as you can see. So there's something I need to edit within the JavaScript for this, but in any case, I don't think I'll be using any other mode really. I'll actually even remove all of these and use them whenever we set up notifications. I'll use this to search for a commodity, for goods, for products that are in the system. And yeah, that's how we go about this. Oof, so it's taking shape. It's taking shape properly. That's how you use custom themes, ladies and gentlemen. So you use custom themes and put them inside your Laravel applications, so that you play around with them. You can use them for whatever, and yeah, go ham, go ham. Okay, what is next? I think for all this to work, I need to remove all of these links that are here. So I'm going to take a break, ladies and gentlemen, and give me a second before I come back. We're going to take a short break, so I'm going to go into intermission for now.
Can you hear that? Light is calling you to be in the moment, to be the best at what you do, to be a go-getter when that is what's needed, to turn it up when the time is right, and to always remember to light it up with Tusker Light.
Alice Kwamboka Nyariki.
Nyariki Alice Kwaboka is Senior Deputy Director of Operations at the National Treasury.
We're all for the simple pleasures in life. That's what the black and
Is Alice Kwamboka Nyariki.
Nyariki Alice Kwaboka is Senior Deputy Director of Pensions at the National Treasury. She spearheaded the development of policy reforms for public sector retirement benefit schemes. Her efforts have ensured that our senior citizens no longer have to wait and spend intolerant time waiting for their pension.
Miss Alice
Public sector retirement benefit schemes. Her efforts have ensured that our senior citizens no longer have to wait and spend intolerant time waiting for their pension. She is awarded the Order of the Golden Warrior of Kenya for service to the nation. Congratulations. Waiting for their pension. She is awarded the Order of the Golden Warrior of Kenya for service to the nation. Congratulations. The nation. Congratulations. Duta Irene Mwangi has served diligently on Covenant.
Miss Alice Kwamboka Nyariki.
Nyariki Alice Kwaboka is Senior Deputy Director, the Order of the Golden Warrior of Kenya for service to the nation. Congratulations. Waiting for their pension. She is awarded the Order of the Golden Warrior of Kenya for service to the nation. Congratulations. Congratulations. She is awarded the Order of the Golden Warrior of Kenya for service to the nation. Congratulations. In toilet time, waiting for the year pension, she is awarded the Order of the Golden Warrior of Kenya for service to the nation. Congratulations.
Miss Ali.
Black and white, because we're all for the simple pleasures in life. That's what the Black and White affairs are all about. Fashion, great music, and good food. Look out for the next party details on our social media pages. Excessive alcohol consumption is harmful to your health, not for sale to persons under the age of 18. Black and white, because we're all for the simple pleasures in life. That's what the Black and White Affairs are all about. Join us for a night of fashion, great music, and good food. Look out for the next party details on our social media pages. Excessive alcohol consumption is harmful to your health, not for sale to persons under the age of 18.
Okay, we're back. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Short break taken. Now we're back to carry out and do some damage to this code. Take another break after another hour of code. So we need to register another hour on VS Code as well. Maybe at that point, that's when we will end the stream. Alright, so let's carry on. Back like we never left. Sorry about that. I had to do a certain... it was longer than expected. I had to do a certain delivery of some media that was still rendering on my machine as we were still carrying on the live stream. Now that it had ended, I just thought, let me just do it now before I come back to the stream. Man, but I don't know how to export smaller files, guys. Maybe you guys can teach me using freaking Vegas or Premiere Pro, whatever. That being said, let's carry on to doing our links. So over here, I'm going to come in here and do something called component creation. So I'm going to do PHP artisan make component. So this is just a general Laravel component, and I'm going to call it admin links. I like doing this because it allows me to do the X import like this, X admin links, and that's it. So now once I can come and do that, I will come and look at my components, admin links, and then I'll come and paste whatever it is I need to paste right here. And just like that, I am golden. In fact, I'll just do this. Control A, Control V, edit, and do that. And just like that, even if we come in here and refresh on our browser, there'll be no changes whatsoever. You can see, there it is. Now, coming back to the application itself, now on this admin links component, we have this general side of things, which we're going to have all these links incorporated within. Then after that, we have the component side of things, which is going to have all these different stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in here and delete all the rest of these list items before the last UL. Right here. Boom. Okay. So once I save that and come in here and refresh this, we'll only have the general tab to work with for now. So this dashboard, widgets, and page layout. From there, what we can just do is, in fact, over here on the general side, over here on this dashboard side of things, I want it to be JavaScript void, and I don't want it to have menu title. So I'm just going to rid myself of this menu title, and then I'm going to rid of myself off of this. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to come in here and just do route, and then I'm going to do stroke admin dot dashboard. Now this is where we start dealing with routes generally. On dealing with routes, now this is, if I refresh this, I'm going to get an error. The reason why that is because this admin dashboard route is not defined. So I'm going to come in here into my, I'm going to hit Control P and search for web.php, which is dealing with the routes. I'm going to basically copy this, right? And drag it to the bottom. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add a prefix. And the prefix is going to be admin. And the group function is going to run this. So it's going to get admin stroke dashboard, and then it's going to return a view called dashboard. And the name, I want it to be named admin.dashboard, just like that. So I'm going to come in here and refresh, and everything is fine and dandy, as you can see. So this route over here is working very well. But now the problem is this here is not going to show the, like, there's something going on with the JavaScript of this. It's going to put that link as active whenever it is on that route, and the JavaScript that deals with that is inside here. Is inside public admin JS, and then I'm going to go to the main JS, which is script.js. Now, coming to script.js, there's so many things that we need to actually be vigilant on. There's some things that need a bit of some changes, but the main one is over here, where we have the links. So I'm going to come in here and type href. Okay, I think href is not found. It should be here somewhere. No, it's not here. Could be inside. So let's check. Job zone editor. All these are just different packages. Now the main JS stuff here. Sidebar menu, I think this is it. So I'm going to look for href, which I've found over here. So this attribute href, right? It's going to look for a href attribute and then replace where the current link is active. So over here, we have window.location.pathname. This is what we're going to change. If I come back over here inside our, let me just do F12 and go to console. If I come in here and type, let's see. If I come in here and type window.location, I'm going to get an object over here, and I'm going to look for path name just now. So path name has stroke admin stroke dashboard, which is not what we want to look for. We want to have href, which is this one, http://explainer.test admin dashboard. That's what we want. So I'm just going to come in here and replace this with href, save it. Then immediately I come here and refresh. You'll see this dashboard link become active. So I'm just going to refresh that, and you can see it's active indeed. So perfect. So that's how it works with this particular theme. It's a fun theme to use. It's a very, very fun theme to use because it just gives you leeway to work with it on any framework that you want to work with it on. So coming back to the sidebar, we stop this from admin links. So this is where we continue and carry on with whatever project that we were carrying on with before. Now coming back to the notes, we talked about how we have in the admin module, we have the CRM, we have the HRM, we have the premises, inventory, accounts, administrator management, contacts, and marketing, and etc. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to segregate them like that. So inside here, we're just going to take this sidebar title, put it here. Then we're going to put it at human resource management. So general is just going to be in the admins folder, just plain like this. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start dealing with Livewire properly. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a component, and a Livewire component, and to create a Livewire component we're going to do pa make Livewire, and here we're going to call it admin stroke dashboard. So there are going to be several dashboards, like I had stated before. So this is going to be an administrator's dashboard, which is super admin or admin. Let's just go back to the roles, because the roles is what separates the application properly. So I'm going to go to database, migrations, and then roles. These are the main roles of the table. So there's admins, client, supplier, employee. So there's let me just type no here. And then I'm going to create one for client stroke dashboard, right? Then we're going to create one for the employee. Then we're going to create one for the supplier. Excellent. Now we have different dashboards that are going on now. And if we can look into our resources, views, then we look into a new folder over here called Livewire. We have admin, client, employee, supplier. So we have a supplier dashboard update.php. What we're going to do is we're going to run a few if statements left, right, and center to create some gates inside the web routes. So what we're going to do inside here, these admin routes are going to only be hit when the user is an admin. Now just give me a second, guys. Something has just come up. Okay, we're loaded. We're loaded. We're locked and loaded. We have figured it out. Okay, coming back here. Sorry, just had to take a small little break here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do kind of a documentation over here. So this is going to be the administrator routes, right? And now we're just going to create all the Livewire files or the Livewire components that we needed to run this particular application, right? Great. So this application is going to have a lot, and I repeat this, a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff. Now we're looking back at this sticky notes. We have the admin module, the CRM, the HRM, premises, inventory, etc. I'm going to put it over here, so I'm just going to use it as a reference on my vertical screen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here into admin links. I'm going to create human resource management as a title. I'm going to create customer relationship management as a title. Or rather, it's client relationship management. Let's just put client relationship management. We're going to put We're going to put the next title will be premises management. The next one we're going to put is inventory. Lastly, we're going to put accounts. Accounting. We'll also put accounting management. So this is how general the general overview of the application would look. So you can see all these different titles over here. Maybe just put human resource instead of like putting management as the titles. Client relationship, like that. Avoiding the names, avoiding the naming with using the word management, and all that stuff. Now, underneath our general side of things, we're going to have the administrators tab of things. So we're just going to put here administrators. And then it's going to be JavaScript void, of course, the menu title and all that stuff. Over here, underneath here, there's going to be list of administrators. There's a lot of UI that's going to be used over here. There'll be a route that will be used over here that will be different. So I'm just going to JavaScript void all of these over here. So JavaScript, just use this. I'm just going to copy this and then paste it here and paste it here as well. Paste it where else? I think that's it. That's it. Here there needs to be a route. Here there needs to be also another route. So over here, this side for the page layout is, I'm going to just delete this for now. There we go. So if I click on this, it will, and if I unclick it, it will still remain there. That's good. So I'm just going to come in here, list of administrators, it's still JavaScript voided, and it's okay, which is fine. I want it to be a compass. These are feather icons, by the way. So for those guys who don't know why I'm changing this to a compass or how whatever that does, just look at this icon and you'll understand. Okay, next thing I am doing is, oh, by the way, there's this thing for the editing of the or customization of whatever it is that you want to customize, even the colors and all that stuff. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to disable that, and to disable it I'm going to go to public. I'm going to go to not even public really. I'm going to come to resources, views, layouts, partial, JS, and then I'm going to go to this theme customizer area and comment it out. Once I refresh now, it will be gone. The loaders are what's the life of the application sometimes. But yeah, that's it. I think that's good. That's good enough now. Okay, so administrators, that's admin management over here. Next, after the admin module, what I'd want to put is, what else is general here? We'd want to have to-do list, yeah, maybe have a to-do list or a summary. Summaries and reports, maybe. Well, let's just do system reports. And further icons, I think I have something called activity. Should be there. System reports, check. Now I'll remove this over here, this, and then paste the JavaScript void. That's it. Perfect. Now I think I'll go now to the human resource side of things. Now for human resource, I'll have to start with this one now. So I'll start with what? We'll start with employees. Then we'll go to so for employees, we have different categories, I'm sure. So I'm just going to write them down. Employees. Employees, we're going to have them segregated somehow. No, we're not going to have them segregated. Let's just list them now. List of employees. And then we're going to have a filter within that page. And then we're going to say add new employee. So that's for human resource. The next part over here is going to be about maybe leaves. List of leaves given, and create new leave, or rather, yeah, create new leave, or approve of. And then there's also the ones that have been created. So this list of leaves requested, and then it will have a check mark for whether it has been approved or not. So that's it. So create new leave. And then next will be attendance maybe. So I think attendance for now, it's a bit more complicated than it looks, but attendance. We'll just avoid all these links because we just want to see the overview of the application generally. Then we create the new Livewire components. Then from there we create a database that is according to that. So we'll do an ERP in the next stream, or rather I'll show you an ERP that I'll have created by the next stream, and then from there we move. Attendance. And then we'll say attendance overview, and this will check attendance percentage day by day, and then it will have also a list of absentees on that same page. So let me just comment that out. We'll have list of attendance. No, we'll have attendance overviews, or attendance percentage. Of that day, and list of absentees with reasons. And if there's no reason, then it will be up to the person in charge of this module to check on that person. And then over here we'll have take attendance, or monitor attendance. Let's call it monitor attendance. That's fine. Now coming back to the client relationship, we'll come in here and start with that. So this one over here, clients, and we'll do clients stroke customers. So customers stroke clients, and then I'll put their details. Right. Then over here we'll have a list of clients. Then we'll have add a new client. That's it. Which is fine for now. What else about the clients do we do? There's something about the management of these clients that I'd want to add into the system, like about what commodities do they offer, more the overview of these clients. How about client overview? Client activity overview, or and then we can be able to track what's the most ordered commodity that they see, they order. Let's see. I think I'll just do it like this. I'll copy this one. No, not that one. The second one, I think it's this one. And then I'll void this out. And I'll say client activity. Great. And then some new things that I'd want to check out. So for human resource, I'll put here employees. Employees will be, I don't know what I'll use for the icons. Maybe you just use further icons to check this out. I wouldn't want to change the icon package for this. I think it's beautiful. I think the icon package is lovely. Let's see. Let's put briefcase. That's fine. And for leaves, I'll put the coffee. I'll put the coffee icon for leave. Don't know if it works, but whatever it is. Briefcase, coffee. Then this is for attendance. Attendance is a calendar. Let's see. Calendar. And then what's next? Client relationships, so client and customers details. Let's use users. I think that would be better. List of clients, add new clients. Let's just do that, yeah. Clients details without customers. And then activity. Monitor. That's it. I think that's it for now. And then we'll move to premises inventory. Inventory should be up there before the HRM. So let me just move it up there for now. There we go. Inventory is the most important piece of this business. Boom. So you can see things are looking up. Okay, so now inventory. This is where we do some crazy shit. We'll start here with purchases. Right? No. We'll do an overview of the inventory. So this will take this one. So I'll come in here and do overview. And then over here, I'll just avoid this for now. This is going to be a very big app, I've just realized. And then I'll further for overview, I will do what? Chart? We need a chart. Yeah, bar chart 2. So I'll do bar chart 2. Like that for the overview. And then for here, I'll have the purchases. List of purchases made. And now this will be in the order of the add new purchase. So this will be in the list of, like, let's say for example, the purchases made for a particular day, all accumulated to the products, and all our purchase will have multiple products in the system, and then there'll be a receipt attached to that particular purchase. So the things will be good. So, but a purchase will add so many different things into the stock of that particular commodity. And then there'll be proof shown by a receipt, which is good. Then maybe later on we'll incorporate PHP/ML to read the receipt and add them automatically much later in the future. Great. That's good. That's good. So after purchases, we'll do sales. List of sales made. Make a new sale. Make a new sale. Great. And then after purchases, we have sales. We have credit sales, credit purchases. So credit purchases. I don't want to put them together because I know for sure they're not. See, I don't put them together because I know for sure the modes of payment are all different. Credit purchases made, and then credit purchases will include using also checks, so that we can account for when the check goes through, how did it go through, and at what point in time, or what proof of payment was given. But I don't know. Maybe it should be put in purchases. Maybe the check payments should be put in purchases. Make a new credit purchase. Okay, then we'll do credit sales. Okay, now after that we have, okay, the overview is okay. So turnovers will be able to be calculated automatically for each and every single day. Then we can also do monthly, then we can also do yearly in terms of profits and losses and all that stuff. And that's fine. Oh, I'm going black. Oh my god, that's disgusting. That's better. Great. I think this is good. This is good so far. This is very, very well done. What am I missing though? Aside from client activity, I think for client relationship, we'll figure it out. We'll find ways of dealing with those things. For inventory, I'm not sure. Oh, wait, overview, then we'll have assets also. So I think we'll have assets up here, list of assets. List of assets. May add new asset. So there'll be assets and stock. That'll be good. Then maybe we have a table recording asset sales. Maybe that could be also beneficial, but I don't know. I think it'll be okay. I think the business will be okay now. But hey, this should be something. This is going to be a big application. Add new asset. Okay, let's do this and add new asset. Asset purchases, and then we'll have a button within to denote it, and then asset sales. Yeah, so if we're selling business assets, it will be recorded in asset purchases. If it will be recorded in asset sales, and then if we're buying a new asset, we're going to record it in asset purchases. But then when we start the application, we'll just list them out as it is, and the value of the business will be denoted using this particular app the way it is. Okay, the next thing. What else are we using in the UI? So over here, we'll do statements. Over here, we'll do statements. Premises is easy. I'll just do this one. So no, I'll do this. Add new premises. Actually, premises should be under inventory. I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that. Premises should be under inventory. So I'll just add that here. And then say premises. List of premises. Add new premises. And then I'll do stock of premises maybe, or rather just editing stock. No, I'll do this. I'll do edit stock. So I'll just copy this. I'll come in here and stock. Oh yeah, I'll do stock stock summary. So after this, I'll come in here and do stock summary. And then as a super admin, I'm able to like just do a superior edit of all stock and then let the system run, which will be fine. But then after editing the stock, after editing a stock, there'll be something that will be logged into the DB, which is fine. I like this a lot. So accounting is to be decided. Great. So now, god damn, I should just monitor this stream and see how it looks on my mobile devices. I don't know how you guys are faring on I'm dying, to be honest. Maybe my chat has even disconnected. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Let me just refresh if I can. All messages are visible. Okay, we're good. I like this. Worst picture quality possible. Can we get it? Good. I think we're good. We're good, guys. Okay, let's carry on. So all these are just the admin links, really. It's just if I come in here and refresh now, let's go back to the basis. Bang. Perfect. Premises, list of premises, assets, purchases, sales, credit purchases, credit sales, employees, leaves, attendance. So I just need to edit these icons here. So that's all I'm just going to do. So bar chart 2 will change to bar chart. Maybe just go back to the browser. Look for chart. I look for pie chart. Yeah, pie chart. Let's do pie chart. Via premises will be globe. Yeah, globe. And then assets will be layers. I think layers is good. Purchases will be shopping bag. Is there such a thing though? Shopping bag. Yeah, shopping bag is there. Sales will be sales is shopping bag. Over here will be shopping cart. Great. Sales, then credit purchases. Let's do this. We do.
Can you hear that? Light is calling you to be in the moment, to be the best at what you do, to be a go-getter when that is what's needed, to to turn it up when the time is
I think we'll just do the same ones. Credit purchases and credit sales, just like that. So shopping cart and shopping bag.
Excessive alcohol consumption is harmful to your health, not for sale to persons under the age of 18 years.
Are we losing any frames? Yeah, seems like. Okay, we're back. After shopping cart, we're going to move to shopping bag. Then after that, we go to the human resource section is already done. Coffee, calendar, all those things. Client relationship, we have users, we have monitor, and then we have now the accounting side of things, which will have a lot of $sign. So coming back to the Laravel app, we have things running, people. We have things running very well, and I'm very happy that things are running like this. Very, very happy. So you can see everything is good. Everything is running well. Accounting, we'll do it later. Now, we'll create employee details, clients details, and suppliers details models. So clients detail -m. Yes, and we've already added another extra hour onto it. So the stream is almost ending. I just want to make sure we've done the client's detail, the supplier's detail, and the supplier's detail. And come on, let's go. Index it, and then we have the employees detail. Another model I'll want to add is I'd want to add employee categories, or rather the employees designation. So I'll add a designations table. So PA make model designations. So designation -m, it's in singular, it's a convention. What else I'd want to add? Now, later on we'll talk about the products. So this is just for HRM for now, so that we can be able to manage the clients and the suppliers and everything, so that we can be able to start up the system on different users' perspectives. Okay, so now once we come to, let's just close all these with Control W. And we're ready to move. So I'll come in here and do, in the database migrations, we'll come in here into the clients table, clients details table. There's a foreign ID. The foreign ID is the user ID. We'd look into the users table in the ID column, and then we'll come in here, table. So the name is already there, the email and the password and all that stuff. So what we can do is we can long text an address, which is more or less can work. Address, yeah, let's do that. Or we can do addresses, and then we do a many-to-many relationship or a one-to-many relationship. That could be something. So I can log in as a user, I can log in as a, no. I think I'll need to brainstorm on this one, but the client's details for now, all we'll have is the user ID, and that's it. Coming to the supplier table, foreign ID, and then we'll say user ID. So all these tables will have this foreign user ID. Oops. So all these tables that are having this client, suppliers, and employees details, those ones will have different allocations. So this one will have it, this one will also have it. So that will be able to gauge what kind of user they are and then redirect them accordingly. Great. None. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? So designations will just have a title. And then over here inside employees details will have a designation ID. So it will also be a foreign ID. And then inside the designations, we can have different designations, and then we create middlewares and gates for those as well. So I can have here DB table, and then we have users, no, table designations, and then insert. So the insert function, very key and pivotal in this. But first, let's import this DB thing. Title. This is where it matters the most now. So accountant. You can have human resource. I want like 5 titles, so 3, 4, 5. Let's put it like that. Human resource. We can have, what else? What else do we have? Marketing. We can have stocks control. Let's say stock control. And then we have the management, which is fine. And we'll add more rules later on. So those designations are good to go. Employees, good to go. Suppliers, good to go. Clients details, good to go. So now this is the reason why I disabled registration. It's because we're going to actually have the administrator register every single person. And the main administrator is going to be this one person that we registered here. Superior admin. So default password will change. The default email can also change. So we can actually do this. We can actually do env, and then we do default email. And then coming back to the .env and the .env.example, we just do default email. So we'll come in here, copy that. So over here, I'll just type in info@stocksplanner.com. Default password will be that, and then I'll come in here in my .env and do the same over here. info@stocksplanner.com, and that's it. Great, so I think we're good to go. We can even do PAMFS, and we see how this works. Great. So all these DBs are working well. I'll come in here, info@stocksplanner.com, and we're good to go. Right. So, ladies and gents, that extra hour has been added, and I think it's time we can call the stream to a close. We will continue like this tomorrow from 8 a.m. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's been Steve Nyanumba with you. The project will continue tomorrow. So we've started from scratch. We've covered a lot of ground. We've found ways to incorporate our themes within, and for those guys who are following along on this particular project, you can see we clean up nicely. So I'll just run this again because I know there's a table that I changed. Great. So now all I'm just going to do is git add ill, git, literally register that. Oh, I didn't add all these items. Okay, git commit -m stream 1, or let's say day 1, complete. Great. Now I want to create a private repository, and I'll make it public once this project is completed. So for those guys who want the code, let us reach day 3, then I'll see if I can make it public. But as of now, the project is going to be private. So I'm going to call it Stocks Planner, and I'm going to make it private, and I'm going to create the repository. I'm going to copy the link, git remote, add origin, and I'll paste the link. And I usually use the branch called master, not main. So I'll just do git push origin master. Then boom, we are done. So that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for those guys who joined the stream. I can see Daniel Nzetu, Extra Speaks, Olatunji, Abdul Kadir. Thank you for joining the stream. Yeah. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, say from 8 a.m. onwards. And yeah, be sure to like. For those guys who are going to find this stream on, be sure to like, comment whatever it is that you think about the stream, or whatever it is that you think about the content that we've taught over here or we've shared over here. If you have any suggestions, toss that in the comments as well. And if you're new to this channel, please do ensure that you hit that subscribe button. That being said, ladies and gentlemen,